because we can't say PS4 because people have PS5s. Season 28, round Bahrain short for round 1, and I am joined again with my good old friend Tom Mole. How are you doing today?
I'm very good off the back of the actual F1 race round Bahrain. Really looking forward to this. We saw in pre-season last week how competitive this grid, and fully expecting a very, very close battle between a lot of the drivers today.
Obviously in pre-season we saw a lot of Snookster and Sam battling the whole race. They were never not battling, and then obviously Trap came in from the back of the grid to coming second, and he did really well there. And obviously it's Bahrain short. A little bit about this track: there's never been a race round here, never, and there is not and it was made at the same time as Bahrain, which I don't know when was. There is 10 corners. I don't know how many to the left, to the right, but it is a 100% race as well. So they will be doing 57 laps. The tyre distance is about 25 on the softs, 32 on the mediums, or a little bit longer, and then almost the whole race on the hards. And the softs in these division in quality, they should be doing mid-high 58s, not 58s, 57s, mid-high 57s, or low 58s, if people are going off. And then mediums about a second off, maybe, no, about half second off, 4/10 off, 3/4 off. Then hards about a second off around here. But who is first out? It is the favourite, one of the favourites to win the title is Sam. Obviously, we saw him in pre-season, did really well, made a really nice move into exiting Vale Chicane, coming into club. But he's starting his lap now, so we'll see what he does.
As he comes across here, he is the first one out. So Sam T obviously won the pre-season race, had a fantastic battle with Snookster, like you said. Let's see what he can do. I predict around a 58 flat to be pole time. Of course, you never know what Bahrain short can throw up. It's a really unpredictable track, and a very unique one. So it's always good to see this track being able to get raced on the Sam T sets at 21.5 first sector, which is.
I think his teammate beat that. I think his teammate in Kolsnick beat it. Obviously, as he's the first one, so he'll be feeling what the track feels like through every corner first. So obviously his time won't be as quick as at the end. At the end, everyone's going to be pumping in those quick times. 43.7, and he keeps purple sector 2. So maybe, but it's the McLaren of Murat, I think. But he's invalidated Murat. So it will be Sam T, I think, doing a 58.0. And Kolsnick just goes behind that by 9/10. Ooh. It's looking pretty good. We don't know what the laps are going to be. Langfell goes second. Or no, a TNR Langfell, that Norwegian driver. Obviously TNR, a Norwegian team. Only Norwegian drivers allowed. But Kolsnick, DR, ooh, 59.1. It's an alright lap, but we definitely can see an improvement. But Snookster, we definitely didn't see that. A 58.3, so maybe the battles are coming, but Patuka goes quicker. He goes up to second. Let's see, where's Trap Formula? As he's probably one of the.
Got this in the next lap.
Oh, that's not good for him.
Well, 58.1 for DYM. So a 58 track is what I predicted to be pole time, and Sam T is.
So it'll definitely be maybe a 57.6, maybe. But Sam obviously looking strong in run 1, but obviously it's not one on lap 1. It's one on lap 57 when they go over that what is it, the finish line, that black and white checkered line, and the checkered flag comes out.
Purple 6-2 for
Sam's going for second one, but he locks up into turn 1, coming into 2, he takes it nice, but he's going to have traffic, and I think DRT HP, but it's not going to be, I don't think that's going to affect him though, so he stays, he doesn't stay left, just goes from that left hump over down. He wants to take the curb, but Landon Norris was doing. Landon Norris actually was doing the 2020 lines in real life, the game lines. He was doing that, going over the curb there. Nicely. You want to stick nice to the inside. You don't want to touch. You want to use some Ainsley curb here. You don't want to touch that inside curb, but Sam does nicely actually, and he goes round, as you could see. Definitely don't want to touch that curb as much. Yeah, It's 4 tenths down. Dimsky is not on that, but he's going for second on. Laukio went 4th. We didn't see that there. See, look how close this division is, Tom. Hulkenberger up by 600. He goes 5th. He went a whole 10th quicker on the dot. Kolsnek is starting like, no he's not. Jibbuk, but Bowers coming to the final few corners. I think Sam's pitting, yeah, Sam T is pitting, and Bowers ran out of view. But Key is on a lap.
It's purple sector 1 for Trap Formula as well, in sector 1.
Yeah, I will watch Key at the moment, as he's coming through the final bit of the lap. And Key goes 9th, pretty good lap from Key there. See what that does, doesn't take it too wide. Good thing from him there. Purple sector 2 as well, this might be pole here.
It's definitely going to be within the 57s. We can hurt us.
Yeah, look at that. He's got low fuel. He doesn't want to hit low fuel when he's coming on this lap, coming into the final corner. He doesn't, and he does a 57.9.
Nice lap, Trap.
Yeah, just let's check the gap to the leader. He's a 10th above, so it's looking strong for Trap for pole here. But who is out on a lap? It's May or more, but I think someone is closer. Oh, my TV's about to turn off. But we fixed that. But Mayamore coming through the infamous, dangerous right hand in this game. Everyone knows it as one of the dangerous corners on this game. But let's see what his lap is. A 44.3. It's not better. I think Trap did what did he do? I don't know what Trap did in the second sector. Was that a 43.7?
I think it was 40. Yeah.
Pretty good sector. Let's see what he does. Is it going to be pole? Is it going to be close to pole? It's 14. You can see how close this division is. But you don't know what's going to happen. But Bolt Striker says good evening. So, obviously, good evening to you as well, mate. How are you doing, chat? But we are watching right now as Mailmo went 14th. Mulet coming to the final corner. Did a 43.9. This is looking good. Going to the final corner, he's looking strong to be with Trap. He goes 8th. Good for Murat there. He was fighting at the front last week, wasn't he, Tom?
Yeah, fantastic. The safety car really panned out for him. A lot of drivers, as soon as the safety car come out, the strategies changed. Of course they would, and you know, it put a lot of people in contention. We saw what a fantastic end to the pre-season race, and going into this, you cannot call, you know, where everyone will end up in qualifying and the race. It's just so close, like you're saying. You got
just to interrupt you there. Headshot left. It is 2 tenths up. Coming to the final corner. Let's see what he does. We will in a bit. We just this guy's on the lap and he goes 2nd.
Oh, nice lap! Fantastic lap.
Very close to Trap there. Trap might have to do another lap, but we'll watch DRT. He's 2 tenths up. DRT. He's P21, he's 2 tenths up.
So he's got a 59.1.
He's definitely going to improve. Patuka went 2nd. Ooh, 2-3 for Racing Point. He went to 58.7, so it's getting closer now. But look at that, Patuka went P2. So it's getting closer at these final stages. Sam's down in his time, but I think Sam's going for a 2nd run. As Snook is 2 to 3 tenths up in the final sector here. So this is looking good for maybe a 57. Maybe a 57 if he gets a slipstream. This could be pole. Snook goes 2nd, 400 off Trap. We know Trap and Snooks are very good friends, and obviously outside of PSGL, so we don't, maybe they will have a nice battle. Obviously they're gonna give space to each other. Obviously they have to, but I think they'll give space a lot more to each other. But Trap might be getting a bit nervous now. I
think the track is really gripping up now. That track evolution.
Yeah.
You know, I think
Hulkenberger's improving. He's only 700ths up though. It'll put him up about maybe 8th place, 7th place, up to about that
place. He's gonna be battling for 7th.
Yeah, like the midfield is gonna, like maybe top 10 will be battling for the win, and he goes 7th.
He does go 7th.
Good luck from him there. But Kolsnek, purple sector 2.
Really?
The other Alpha Mid-Zone. Yep, he is obviously a reserve driver, so he is replacing Paco P. Suarez for tonight. And he goes 8th. Good lap from him there.
Nice.
Still good lap from him there though. Hyper only 100th up. Trap's teammate. Obviously Hyper was performing last week. Maybe Hyper's a what team was Hyper? I think Hyper's actually a reserve driver. No, he's not. He's a full time. He's just someone else within the Haas. So obviously Hyper and Trap. Obviously Hyper will want to perform and see what he does in quali. He goes up to 7th, so
nice lap.
Maybe
it's 1,000 quicker than Hulkenberger.
Yeah, so Hulkenberg wants to improve with that. But Jibbuck coming to the final sector. See what he can do. He's purple sectors 2. This could be good from him here. But look how close the top 14 are. Like, oof, within 4 tenths. But Jibbuck goes 10th. See, look, 100th off Kolsnik. Obviously, JKRT is starting a lap, but Trap might be on Trap's on another one. Trap is starting another one, but he gets a big lock up into turn 1. But that might help him to get the turn in for the next corner. He gets another lock up. You don't want to lock up much around here. But he has a little slide. Jibbuck's not going to get in his way. But we have now got 10 viewers in the stream, but we are watching Trap Formula at the moment because he's the closest to finishing a lap. And Bolt Striker says that Euro Hype is a one to watch out for. Right now, Trap is definitely looking strong for pole position. But he invalidates. So we will go on to JKRT, the Mercedes driver. Obviously Mercedes won today. Only just though. Just because of that Max Verstappen invalidation bit. In the illegal overtake. Oh, Trap Formula comes right ahead of Carty. Trap Formula impeded Carty there. So Key goes up to 3rd. Key did the exact same time as Snook.
Exact same time as Snook.
Oh, very good lap from him there. Obviously he didn't look like he kind of retired in the pre-season race. But Trap's going for another run. But that's, yeah, like, that was I think Carty was on a good lap there before Trap maybe came back a bit too aggressive there. So
I'm not sure whether Sam T's going to improve on his time there.
Sam T
he's he's completely slid.
He didn't invalidate. But he's still, I think that's it. If he puts it in none, just saves his ERS, he can get another run. Easily, he can get another 3 runs, I think. But Trap definitely looking. If he goes another 10th quick, I think he's got pole at the moment. But Mancini on Trap goes wide. Trap spinalled. He's spinalled. He's got the number 37 on the car, but not the 47.
Yeah.
But it's not good for him. Not good at all. Maybe the nerves of pole positions get into Trap Formula here. Maybe the nerves setting in that he might not have pole position in the bag now. But Humberto Mancini goes 16th with a 58.2. All the guys are so close, and then Mayomo and DRT are just not that close. Like, they are very close, but like, it's just the top 16 are just split within 2 tenths. It's like really close, and Cartier is on a lap. We're gonna go in the helicopter cam here, but we're gonna go on board with him now. Coming to turn 3, and then 4, and then coming into turn. Yeah, Little King, and he slips in from his teammate slightly there. We'll watch him as he ends his lap, but see what he does. I don't think he's gonna have enough fuel to go for another run, so this might be his final, unless he gets on the new set and just comes out. See, oh, purple sector 2. Tom, this could be a good lap from JKRT here. And he runs out of fuel. He ran out of fuel. So he's going to dive in the pits. Get another set.
Headshots on a good lap.
Oh, headsy. Oh, and he got P2.
Indeed.
So
headshot improved by a whole 10th, which is not easy to do around here with a 57.9. So look at the track. We'll be looking at that and really
shaking in his boots.
He will know he's gonna.
His teammate, I think, is on a lap now.
Hope sector 2 for Patuka.
Oh, Patuka. Well, we will watch the Racing Point driver. He is only 300 up though, so it's not going to be enough for obviously maybe pole, but it's enough to get him up to P5 and improve. And getting, like, look at that. Like, they're all split within 500. The top 5, half a tenth. Like, Dembski's a tenth up though. So maybe Dembski can maybe put some trouble into top formula here. And he doesn't. Still a tenth and a half up though. That's a very good lap from Dembski there. But you are though hyper half a tenth up here. Well, 600 up. Can he improve to beat Sam T? It doesn't look like it. It's gonna look like a P8 though, and it is a P8. But he can get one more run in if he saves his tires and the fuel. So that is a very good lap. Hulkenberger coming through. He's a 10th up. Hulkenberger looking maybe to improve on about 19. He's tired, and he's gone. P7 Hulkenberger there. Good lap from him there. Obviously.
Whoa, and Kolsnik's round.
Kolsnik, was he on a lap? He was on
a lap,
and he's not got damage. He has not got damage, but the guy behind Jibbuck is not on a lap. But Bowers improves only to 17th though. But B-Boy Warp took out the tires thinking that's good enough for me, thank you very much. But B-Boy Worm is on a lap. I don't think it's a push one though. Doesn't look like a push. Maybe it is. He's had a massive lockup there. B-Boy Worm. Massive lockup. He's 800 down, yes. Trap's out for his final run here. So Trap looking like maybe to be the pole man. Like that. Was it his first lap?
It was his first lap.
Trap's a neutral. What is he doing here? Yeah, all the big guys are coming out now. Like Key. Like Key has to come out now. What? No, Key isn't come out yet. Key has to come out. But Hyper obviously is qualifying. B-Boy Worm, Kolsnik's in the gravel and damage. That is his qualifying over. But Jibbuck a 10th up, coming through the dangerous corners, but no one spun in real life. So, and Trap's the only one who's spun here yet. But let's see what he can do. Key, I think it's only just came out now. So Key will be only. Oh, he's 2/10 up, Jibbuck here. This could be a 57 and could put him in the top 3 if he gets this right. This could be a good lap from him. Is he gonna get pole? He goes pole!
He is provisional pole!
By only 200 though. So
pressure on Trap now.
Trap's gonna have to perform. He's gonna have to just do a full on Lando from Austria 2020. So now he'll 7. But we'll see. Sam Thompson. Oh wait, no, who's closest? We actually don't know who's the closest. Kolsnik is out of quali. Muller is he's closest. We will watch Sam T because he's the closest. Or someone else closer. If you can tell me if someone. Oh, the out. No, Laukio. Yeah, he's closer. Laukio is closer. So this is everyone's final run in qualifying. I tried to do it to the other limitless. It didn't sound good, but we'll see what he can do. He's gonna have slipstream from the Ferraris of Dembski and Langfell here. This is gonna be good for him. For the he's 200 down Laukio, so we'll go on to Sam T, who's a 10th down. Sam T's out of Sam T's qualifying's over unless he improves him.
Looks to improve by 600.
Laukio spun round. Laukio's qualifying is over. Yep, Snookster just has to not invalidate the final corner. He could be on pole for the Bahrain, the Shakir Grand Prix, and he's not.
Oh, so close.
Platform is invalidated. Key's only 1 millisecond, 1,000th up. So if Key can improve by a massive amount, this could be Key's pole. Key could be pole if he improves massively in this final sector. He's down Key. Key has to have a massive final sector here. No, Carty could have a good lap here. Carty's gone 13th, so that's a good lap from him. But can Key have the best third sector of his life? No.
No.
That is qualifying
so it will
over.
Be Jibbuck, unless it is Jibbuck. So Jibbuck on pole.
Yeah.
Snookster also on the front row. Trap invalidating 0.005 of a second off Snookster and 7 thousandths ahead of headshot. So that is how close and competitive this grid is.
Yeah, if I go on to leader, like the top 9, like the top 20s was split with 8 10s. Like you would say that's all like I'm just saying this now. 2 10s at Bahrain short is a lot of qualifying. So the top 5, yeah, they're very close. The top 5, like anyone could win, but top 5 are looking like them probably the favourite. Sam's gonna have to do a lot of work from P10. I will run through the grid order with Jibbuck on pole for the first round of the season, so he's gonna have that confidence in the Williams car, and then Snookster on second, and then top formula. he was looking on pole, but then he just invalidated the final run. Then Lessie in 4th, then Key with that good run at the final bit, but then Patuka on 6th, and then Dinsky on 7th, Muret on 8th, and then Hulkenberger on 9th, and Sam T, one of the favourites, is in 10th. Then Laukio, then Hyper, then Carty, then B-Boy Worm, then Kosnick, Langfeld, Mancini, Milmore, Bowers, and DRT HP21 at the back of the grid. But there's a lot of underperforming, like Sam. He's one of the favourites. He's underperformed here, Tom.
It's always tough, you know. Bahrain short, it's hard. It is a really hard track, and like you said, the smallest amount of margins can move you so many places. So, although Sam T may have not been, you know, that impressive in qualifying, wait until we get into the race. You saw it from track formula. People's race pace is just something else. I mean, it will be so close for this to win now. You can't call it. You will not be able to call this race, guaranteed.
No.
You know, Jibbuck, I don't think we would have gone into this thinking Jibbuck would be pole, to be honest, but he is there, and it was a fantastic qualifying session. So it just proves you cannot ever write anyone out of this tier. You know, going into it,
yeah.
Snookster, would he be happy with 2nd? I'd say yes.
I would say yes as well.
With
100%.
Trap with 3rd, I think Trap definitely could have felt as though he could have gone for pole there, 100%. But
I think Trap was even up on it. I think Trap was up on his time by about half a tenth as well. Before, and he just invalidated. So Trap would have been pole position, but he just invalidated. Just maybe made a sloppy mistake from him there. But obviously, I think all the top 10 guys will be on softs. But one except Humberto Mancini and DRT outside the top 10 on mediums, and then Mancini and DRT on softs. What do you think about that, Tom?
Interesting. That is very interesting. I definitely probably would have gone mediums, but you know, to go softs, it's clear that they want to make those positions off the line as soon as they can, because you know, it depends. Like, if the safety car does come out, strategies will change within a click of a finger. So you know, it's impossible to Jibbuck on pole, Snookster 2nd, Trap 3rd, Headshot 4th, Key 5th. Any 5 of them.
Even Patuka. Sam's gonna have to get past 9 people. Like B-Boy Worm, he was I think 4th last race.
Yeah,
I think he's in 14th. He was 14th. He was like 4th in quality, down in 14th today. So he's gonna have to work his way up. Bowers, we obviously know he's very talented. Bowers, in other races we know he's very talented. Bowers, we know. Obviously they're lining up to the grid now. A few of the drivers. Obviously it's not that hard to get your tyres up here. And the predicted pit stops have came up: soft, medium, and soft hard. Don't do soft hard. It's soft, medium easily. Obviously, 100% race. Gonna obviously, even though we're not real life drivers, sim racing can take a toll on our bodies. Like hands getting like, if you're on wheel, you could get like blisters on the hands. You could start getting tired, tiredness, the fatigue, just sitting in that chair for 50, like an hour and 4. I think an hour and about 50 minutes.
Yeah,
an hour.
It's a long race. Long race.
Obviously, plus the safety cars will happen. But predictions for the race, Tom.
Impossible to call, but I'm expecting a 5 to 6 man battle here.
5 red lights at 4. 5 red lights, and see who's gonna get this off the line. Well done to Bahrain short GP, and I think Snook got the better start there. Snook is gonna be in the lead coming into turn 1. Has anything else happened? Dimsky up to P6. Trap's gone roundish. Trap is down. Sam's up to 7th, and Snookster's leading. And Snookster's
what a start! What a start for Snookster. Patuka up 3 places as well.
Oh, big crash! Safety car,
massive crash! Huge crash! Oh my word, Kolesnik's car's in the wall, and that's a full-on safety car. Lots of penalties being handed out as well. Lots of people with wing damage. You can see just flying wings all across the track. I'm not sure what's happened there with Kolesnik. I've seen him going about 4 wide, and it's not worked out at all, but...
Yeah.
Oh, that was...
So it's a massive crash there.
Off the line, absolute chaos. I mean, Trap really fell away. I'm not sure quite what happened there. But it'd be interesting to see. I don't think anyone will pit for hards, but people are going to have to pit for wings. Snook's a fantastic start off the line. No, that he so far ahead going into turn 1.
So that put in the comments, cheers Patuka. So maybe Trap got tapped. back down on the rear by Patika. Maybe there was a Dan ticked on Robert Schwartzman. Maybe turned in a bit early and Patika tapped him, or Patika just did a break on the lights, and I think the timing glitch has happened again. That is lovely jubbly. I absolutely hate when that happens, but I don't think it has. No, it has. It says Keys in 16th, but he's actually behind Patika, who's 15th. Why is it saying Tap's not winning? He's down in, I think, about 5th. I think it'll fix it.
6 cars having to pit a double stack as well for Mercedes.
It's not going to be good for them. But obviously they're going to have to do the 2-stop now. They could have gone on hards to the end. Hards would have gone. But now, obviously, safety car, we can have a bit of a break from chatting in real life about and Kolsnik in the chat puts, guys, it's ridiculous. And oh wait, HB went 7 places in lap 1 from HB 21. Don't think that's true, mate. You've went up position changes. You've went up 7. You have went up 7
now. But I mean, what a start for Sam T as well, who made his way up. I think he's up in 7th now. So fantastic start for Sam T.
He's actually 8th because Clark got past. But still says about my team he's first, but Snookster is actually first, so it's Snookster still in first. Oh, 1 sec. Tom?
Yep.
Mic's on again, 1 second. Just keep talking, Tom, you can talk over this thing. I fixed it.
Well, fantastic start for him. Beating Jibbuck.
Was it Kolsnik who left?
First corner. Yeah,
I think it was Kolsnik who left.
Yeah, I would assume it would be Kolsnik, yeah.
Yeah, we'll just check if anyone's ghosted. I'll just look through the cars. Yeah, it is Kolsnik. So obviously Snookster got that fabulous start off the line. Like, he just, I think he got like minimum wheel spin. And he just went past Jibbuck, and Jibbuck just... Obviously, I know Jibbuck from F9 last season. He obviously had good starts compared to his teammates from last season. Alex, I think the only time he got a good start was Japan or something. Yeah, it was the only race he actually got a good start, Alex. But Jibbuck was always the better starter out of the two. Like, Jibbuck was flying off the starts. So, I don't know what's happened with Jibbuck there. So, maybe he just doesn't know... Maybe he just maybe just had a late reaction or just something. But obviously, safety car. We don't really need to talk about the racing, do we, Tom?
No, I think we can have another lap here under safety car.
Yeah. We can have a little break from chatting. We can talk about actual life things like what our favourite foot juices, Tom. What's your favourite foot juice, Tom? Go on.
Like I've said, Tropicana is just elite.
We're not sponsored by Tropicana, but if we were, we'd be having some good old Tropicana, me and Tom, right now.
We do know LR Delta loves a bit of Sunny D, though.
Yeah, our good old friend LR Delta, who's racing an F10, which we do not know how he is doing, but if someone can go into the F10 stream, and Harley Simpson Racing says amazing comments there. Thank you. Not the most experienced like George Morgan and like everyone else, like Kryptonite and that Kryptonite, but safety car is coming in this lap, so we need to stop talking about the commentary. But like all the experienced comms, obviously they're way better. Well, they're not like they're very experienced. We're just new to me commentary, me and Tom, so we're just trying to get better. But Snookster slowing down the grid here, seeing what he can do. But Sam's gonna have to. Sam obviously up to 7th now, so Sam definitely looking like a favourite again. But Snookster, I think he'll come out. I think he'll pull. I'm gonna look from Jibbuck's POV on board, and Snookster's caught him napping. And oh, Dimsky and Key tap each other, so they've got 5. I think they'll get that removed. But look at this, Key maybe looking for Patuka into turn 1. If he looks up at the inside, is it going to be a big boy send?
Go for it? I think Key's going to go for it. Key's going to send it. He's locked up on the front right.
Trap goes from Dimsky.
Down the outside. Bit of wheel bashing there for Key and Patuka. Patuka's still sticking with the car. But Key down the inside. Patuka yet again cutting track a little bit. Oh, but he's having to give the place up. Fantastic battling to the AlphaTauri and a racing point driver. Patuka staying ahead though. Great defending from him. Trap up in 5th, Sam T up in 6th, so fantastic off the line for him. Looks to staying ahead. Caught Jibbuck napping a little bit, but the battle now to watch it is for, between Key, Trap and Patuka. I think this is one to watch out for. Trap Formula, after a fantastic pre-season race, we know how confident he'll be feeling. Perhaps a little bit robbed in that qualifying session, but going into the race, as we just see Headshot and Sam T going very close to each other. Headshot, sorry, and to back out a little bit of that. But will we see any moves going into turn 1? Key is close to Patuka, but not close enough, I believe, with that DRS as well. Looks set the fast lap with a 1:01.4, but don't think anyone is. No one is quite close enough.
Wait,
perhaps, in fact,
there's a move going on. Bowers at Mailmer and Carty. But Mailmer obviously on the softs. Gets a move done. That's it. In real life, that wouldn't happen with McLaren and a Mercedes. But Hyper gets past Langfell. Good move there. Yeah,
no, Hyper was, really nice defence there into turn 1, but Langfeld using ERS, blazing past him as they come in to sector 2. It's a left-hander, so choose your breaking point, break as late as you can, get the move done. Fantastic move.
But yeah, fantastic move for Langfeld there.
Just the grid, Patuka on the back of Jibbuck, still Kieran trying to stick with him. Trap Formula, just he's sat behind his battle.
Look at the gap. Snooks just gap Jibbuck now. Like that gap, that's massive for the Bahrain short. Like that gap, like that pretty much means I don't think you can get an overtake done. Let's see if anyone gets a fastest lap. Snooks to keep that fastest lap for himself. But Mayo Moore is gone for it now on Laukio, and he does get it nicely done there. But Hyper, now HRB's going for it on Hyper.
Yeah.
He went from last place to 11th. Good start from him there.
HB, nice overtake there.
Damage for someone. I think it's Mayo Moore. Or someone else. Someone's got damage.
Look.
It's Hulk, it's not Hulkenberg. It's B-Boy Worm. B-Boy Worm has damage. I think he just tapped Hyper on the rear. Headshot made a mistake.
On Hyper.
Hyper.
And I think that's HB running really wide.
Headshot Leslie made a mistake. Because he was right behind Sam.
Hyper's made about 2 places there with that. I mean, look how close it is behind him as well. But Hyper making 2 places. The Red Bull of HB just ran really far wide, and Hyper getting a move done. But Headshot coming straight back out and down the inside of who is that? It is Hyper. He's getting the move done on, and it is a great move. But with the DRS now, I believe Hyper will just try.
Hyper's not using it.
He isn't using it. It's an odd choice. I mean, he's going to try and send down the inside here on the medium compound tyre. They are sticking with it too wide, going into turn 2 here, and fantastic from Hyper.
Yeah,
as,
very good
Headshot
move.
Backs out, but the gap's now close to 3/10 at the top. Snuxel and Jibbuck.
Very good move.
Really wide there though. So it seems like Snuxter much better in the corners, and it could be setups, it could be whatever, but Snuxter really nice in the corners. Jibbuck just closing with that DRS though, so nothing between it at the minute.
Yeah, obviously there's nothing between it, but obviously Snuxter's obviously got that gap to Jibbuck, so Jibbuck obviously still in DRS. It's good for Snook, but he needs to be a lot closer for the move. Like, look how close Key and Patuka are, and Trap gets the fastest lap. So Trap's making some gains now, obviously. Some that, and maybe a little tap, but Lauco spun. He's not having the effectiveness he had last season in F9. He had 2 wins out of 3 last 3 races. Like, where's that performance right now for who is it? Lauco. But Key obviously right behind Patuka now. So maybe he goes for the move.
I think we may see a few moves going into lap 10 here of turn 1. It's so close at the top now. The gap that closes because of the DRS. Snuxter is trying to break it as much as he can, but you just can't round it. Once you're in that DRS range, it is really difficult for a driver to try and pull that second gap. But let's see, going into turn 1, whether Key is probably going to be the closest one to an overtake. But he has turned off his ERS, so seems like he's not willing to go for it and risk it all yet. Looking further down the grid, will anyone really go for it? DYM had a little look at Trap Formula. Had against it though, but you can also get a move done in this DRS straight, and we saw I think it was Hyper or Headshot going past quite a few going past quite a few cars going into sector 2 here. The left-hander is about to break in late, getting the move done, but no, as Dion picks up a 3-second penalty. No overtakes done there as well, so it seems like people are just happy sticking where they are for the minute and getting
definitely just trying to keep in that lane, not go for moves, save their tyres, try to get them long as they can so they can maybe not get the jump, but people will probably want to go for an undercut. Obviously, the undercut is not... It's very powerful if you're in fresh air. If you're not in fresh air, it's not very powerful. As you could see, Lewis Hamilton tonight had very good, obviously. But Patuka, he's not close. He's not getting the power out of his car like Jibbuck is. Jibbuck is definitely looking strong here. Snookster, maybe because of the DRS, is losing a bit of time. But Patuka's I'm wide. Key isn't close enough. There isn't really an... Oh, Hulkenberg looking for Carty maybe into turn 1. Nice move on the inside.
He's going down the inside.
Carty's still there.
Defending well. And he's got the move done. Hulkenberg with a little slide over there as well. But he's going to look for it again, Hulkenberg. Really pushing Carty around sector 1 there.
I think because of the head. That lane behind B-Boy Worm is definitely going to get that. But like that gap's 1.4 Sam T's out of that lane. That's just not good enough for Sam T right now. Sam T needs that DRS to stay within this fight. Like he's not gonna get that top 5 or podium that he wants to have a chance at this title. Obviously qualifying affected it, but like look at the race pace everyone else has. He's got
so much. He's got a really nice run on Patuka here actually.
I think he's gonna get him into turn 1 here. Key looks at it.
Gonna send it, I believe, down the inside of Patuka. This is for 3rd place, and it seems like Patuka defended well.
Yeah,
bit of real bashing there between Patuka and Kieran, but Kieran might have another go down the inside. No, backs out of that, so Patuka stays ahead. I mean, it is so close now. You know, you've got to be really brave to do any overtakes around here now and risk.
See what people are going go to the hardest to the end. Yeah, top formula gets nice and by him, but I don't.
They're going too wide still. Fantastic racing between the two of them. I think Trap's ahead now. Trap is ahead, but Key's sticking with him. And Trap's got past Key, so fantastic move for Trap Formula. He just looked at Key and Patuka battling, and he eyed it up, and he picked when he was going to go, and it's a fantastic move. And I suspect now he'll be gunning for Patuka, Trap Formula.
I think Sam's definitely out this race now. Like, I don't think he will catch up to any.
Of course, there's a safety car.
Yeah, you need someone to work with. Like, all these guys are just working together in this DRS thing. It's like NASCAR. No one wants to lose that DRS. Because if you lose that DRS, you're done for it. You're out. Well, maybe we'll go for on Hyper.
Oh, it's more out on Langfield.
Oh, wait.
Down here inside the McLaren driver. The Ferrari defending really well. They're trying to do the switchback. Murat pushing him all the way, but it seems like he's got ahead. So nice move from Murat. But like you were saying, Sam T is just out that DRS range, and you know, as we were saying before, it is so hard to regain a DRS because people are just going to keep braking away. So unless there's a safety car, it's hard to see unless he goes for a really aggressive undercut where that time's going to come from.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for him to find that time. Obviously, 57 laps, we never know what could happen, but obviously, calling it early at the moment, it looks like he could maybe stay in 7th, but at the moment it's looking like he's going to be finishing 7th because of the no DRS. He just can't gain, but Sector 1 spins from HRB.
Jibbuck on Snook.
Yeah, Snook's got no DRS.
The DRS, but Snook's having a look down the inside. He's trying to defend. He's gone over the curb though, and there's a bit of wheel bashing between Jibbuck and Snook. But Jibbuck ahead.
Snook should just stick behind him there. Save the ERS. Just use the DRS now. Let Jibbuck use his and let Jibbuck drag you along now.
Snook's had an excellent.
I think that's why.
14,
obviously, that's why Snook was losing some time, and we've missed Hulkenberger and Carty fighting now. They're going.
Jay Carty.
I'm watching it from Bowers' POV because it was way nicer, but Hulkenberger got the DRS as well, so maybe Bowers is going to look for it on Carty. No, he's not. Coming into turn 5. Or turn 4 actually, because I don't think that little kink's a turn. So into turn 5 now. Then coming into 6, and then into 7. No, this is 7. And this is 8. This is 9 because that's 9. Because there's 10 corners. That's 9. And then this is turn 10.
I think Six might go for a movement on Jibok, actually. It's going down the inside of Jibok. This is the race lead on lap 15. It's not going really deep, though. And he may lose out quite a few places here. He's defending, but it looks like Patuka's got past him as well. But Snook's going to have another run at Patuka with the DRS. Trying to stick around the outside, having to cut the corner a little bit, go really wide. Still side by side with the Racing Point of Patuka. Still going side by side into sector 2 now, but he's dropped off. But he ran really, really wide. Trying to get the move done on Jibok in turn 1. But that is what I'm talking about. You have to be really brave. Snook was brave, but it hasn't paid off at all there. Little slide to the rear there for Key as well. Yeah. Key is just sticking behind Trap. It seems like this battle for first is hotting up here between the 3 drivers, and Trap and Key are just happy to sit behind at the minute. Let them make the mistakes.
But the thing is, Sam T is now actually, when we've said, Sam T's now actually kind of pushing. Did I get back in that DRS? He's now 1.1. He might actually be catching up to that DRS range. That will put him in a good chance at the win again. So
I mean, Samti's closed that gap up massively, so you know it is really hard, but he has done it fantastically. So really nice pace there.
Patuka's into the lead.
Patuka into the lead on Jibok. So Patuka is now the race leader. We've had 3 different leaders so far. Snook, Jibok, and now Patuka. But Jibok will come straight back at him with DRS. He's got a lot of ERS as well to play with. So Jibok go round the outside, sailing past Patuka. Pretty easy move for him. So back into lead of this race. So
obviously we can say everyone's a title rival to everyone at the moment because they're all on 0 points. So it will be down the inside of his title rival Patuka instead of down his inside, or down the inside, down the outside of his title rival for Jam Pancakes. So obviously we're doing a little TRL Limitless quote there, but at the moment Snook isn't nice. Maybe just tired of dying a bit.
That's what I was about to say. I mean, when do you pit now?
Lap 24, 25, like lap 24 undercut, and then if you want to properly do it, you do lap 25. As we see Key sticking behind Trap again, but Sam is now in that DRS. Sam is now in the DRS.
That's crucial for Sam too.
Very good for him there. So he will be looking for he's like, this is now good for him now to have that chance at that win. He obviously it'll take him time to get back, like you'll have to get ahead of everyone, but that DRS will be effective. He will probably want to get for maybe a 2-lap undercut, a lap undercut, and maybe he'll go lap 23, get an undercut, or do a massive undercut like Lewis Hamilton. Like he did like a 5-lap, 6-lap undercut, Lewis, today.
Yeah, it was a massive undercut earlier, but down here I'm not sure it'll be. You know, I don't think you can do a 5-lap undercut, but a lap undercut, getting to clean air perhaps could be a viable strategy. But the battle still so close, and if Patuka gets a good run on Jibok, but it just seems always that Patuka has a really, really, you know, struck of traction out that final corner going onto the
main looks like Trap's looking at Snook now, but I don't think he's close enough.
Patuka's going to go for it.
Round the outside, maybe into
turn 1.
Outside.
Oh, Jibok trying to stick his car in there, though.
Got it done.
Trying to stay with him, but he's got it done.
Another lead change again. Another lead change. Are we going to have a 4th different leader soon? Obviously, we've started the 3 same leaders, but are we going to have maybe a 4th leader? But Trap looks like he's not close enough to. But look at that, Santi's within the 310s and within the slipstream range as well. So he will get that. He will say, "Suck me in, my brother," with the slipstream range. You will have that, the slipstream, obviously. You'll have the slipstream on Demske there. I don't know how to say your name. If Demske, if you're in the chat, just tell us how to pronounce your name. Like, but look at this.
Patuka's when he's racing, but
oh shit.
We'll call him Demske.
Yeah, we'll call him Demske. Or we'll call him DYM or Ski.
Trap Formula really close up to Snook here, using a lot of EOS. I think he might have got Snook here.
Oh, big undercut from Key and Demske.
No,
and Sam! Look at the undercut
down the
they've done.
inside of Jibok. Oh, Jibok defends well, but like you were saying, back to that Sam T.
Massive undercut.
Has done a massive undercut.
This is like a 6-lap undercut. Onto hard Demske. Demske's done the strategy in here.
Key as well, Pim.
Sam T and Demske, Sam T and Key, I've got this right, but Demske's not. Like, Sam T jumped them, but oh yeah, because Key and Demske had the penalties to serve. That's why Sam's ahead. But we'll watch as obviously Patuka and Snickster and Jibok. But Trap's a little bit far off them now. Maybe Trap made a mistake somewhere.
Yeah, with that, I think everyone now is just going to be happy. Same where they are. To go for a move now, a bit too risky, perhaps. But they will have to cover off the undercut attempts of Sam T.
Yeah, obviously.
So it will be interesting to see when people pit now.
Obviously, maybe the mediums can go, but you just have to tie save them a lot.
Kieran definitely thinks they can.
Obviously, Sam as well.
There we go. I mean, it's really aggressive.
This guy, Santiago the Melo, says, how do I get in? Ask Connor. Don't ask us, we're commentators.
Yellow flags in for DRT, who's facing the wrong way in Sector 2, so that is not what you like to see.
Obviously, Ghosting is on.
In the grapple as well.
Ghosting is on, so he won't. He can join on the track whenever he wants. He won't, obviously. But everyone knows the Ghosting. He's got 10 seconds. That's a bit unfair. Come on, game. But obviously, Snookster obviously now Trap. Did he get a good exit? Didn't get a good enough exit to be within Snook, but maybe Trap tries this lap, gets the undercut on Snookster maybe. But like Key and what is it? Sam, maybe that undercut's worked.
Be interesting.
Well,
definitely now you got to watch out for those two, like you're saying.
Headshot
T more than Key because Key had to serve that 5 seconds.
Yeah, obviously if a safety car comes out near the end, that's gonna help everyone. But Sam T, yeah, look at that.
That's the fastest lap.
That's
so
definitely
he's pushing
gonna...
like Sam T is really pushing now. So the undercut is a real threat now. The drivers will see the fastest lap pop up and go, we're gonna have to cover this off as soon as possible. I reckon. I mean, like we were saying, 24 is usually when you have to pit, but I think it was lap 19 for Sam T. So
yeah,
on those mediums, they will really fall off a cliff at the end of the race.
Yeah, definitely. So it's gonna be hard for him to maybe, if he gets his undercut, we'll check. We don't. It's about 23 seconds the loss that they get. He's 22, so he would jump into the lead. And yeah, look at that. The leaders and Snookster and
Three
Trap.
drivers into the pits.
Oh, Trap's had to maybe get the pass on Snook into the pit. So we will check Sam T. We're gonna watch Sam T here and see if he can jump Patuka, Snook, and Trap. Because if he does, he is net lead. He will be net lead if he does. It looks like he is.
I think quite comfortably will as well.
Trap's got held up there, so Trap's gonna get jumped. I don't think he's gonna jump Patuka and Snook. Don't think he will. So it's gonna be close. He's got Snookster, but he hasn't got Key. He's got the fastest lap there. He hasn't got Patuka.
He's battling Patuka though. He is really battling Patuka out the pits, but there's contact between the two of them. Some of them to drop off a little bit.
Look how much time Trap lost.
No space, but yeah, Trap getting held up massively in the pits. But he's ahead of Snookster, which is Key, and a massively ahead of Snookster.
Yeah.
So it is now Patuka and Santi battling for this.
I'm gonna watch who is it? Jabuk, see if he pits this lap, and he does. He does pit. So we're gonna watch Patuka and Sam T. We'll check the lead. It is 21 seconds. It will look like that Sam T will be in net P2, but if he gets ahead of Patuka,
I think you can get him here with DRS. If he gets a good exit off the final corner, lock up on the front right. It's not the best exit. I don't know if he's going to get it here. No, he's too far back. 100% too far back.
Gonna check Jibbuck. Jibbuck's not going to come out ahead of him, but he's going to come out behind Snook. Maybe even Key. He can come out behind Snookster here, maybe. But Headshot gets fast. He's jumped Key. He jumped Key, so he came out behind Sam. Came out behind Sam. He's ahead of Snook and ahead of Key, but Trap has lost a lot of time. He's fighting with Murdet now. Not good for him, but Sam's on 3 lap old tyres now, so is Key. So that's going to lose him a lot of time. So 3 lap older tyres. That'll be 3 laps that they have to make up. Sector 2 spin is Rauco.
It's Rauco.
Obviously he resets track, that's dangerous.
He's done that twice now, but clearly he is frustrated. But he knows not to do that. But now, this battle between Santi and Patuka is definitely the one to watch out for. This is for the race lead, bear in mind. So, will Santi be able to get it done here? He is closer than he was last lap, with Patuka not being able to get any DRS because the car ahead is 6 seconds ahead. Santi also setting the fastest lap. Look how much time he gained down the straight. But no, not there. Perhaps now with Sector 1 slipstream going into left-hander, it could possibly be, but he's going to have to close up again quite a lot. Not a lockups I have seen for medium runners, so maybe take that into account with tyre wear. But I think, yeah, Sam T quite comfortably out of DRS range of Jibbok.
Yeah, definitely. Out of DRS lane, so Sam T and Patuka definitely looking strong. Patuka obviously on those fresher tyres. This is like the Hamilton Verstappen situation. Like that, the tyres are just gonna go like the tyres. Obviously, if Sam T just saves them and Patuka goes just out of Verstappen, it's not gonna work. He has to save the tyres.
Yeah, it's tough to say. I mean, now he definitely is not saving the tyres now. He is pushing it. But it gets to the point where he will have to save. He doesn't, he's not, doing his undercut here. He is either hoping for a safety car or he will
Snook's
have to save.
got Jibbok.
He does have Jibbok indeed, so it is a net P3 for Snookster sailing past the Williams driver of Jibbok. Snookster lost a lot of time in the pits to the 2 drivers ahead, so he's now got to, well, first of all, defend from Jibbok and then make up that time.
Yeah, obviously he's got a lot of time to gain on Sam T, so Sam T looking strong at the moment, but Snook got purple sector 1, so and Jibbok up the inside very aggressively. Shove Snook on that curb.
Jibbok has got past. Jibbok passed. This is a net P3, but really, I didn't quite see it, but to go down the inside there is definitely very aggressive. And like you said, if he pushed Snookster off, I'm not sure how Snookster would not be pleased with that at all, but whether Snookster goes for it now into turn 1 definitely will be interesting. He's got to get a good run then around the final corner. He does, and with more ERS and with DRS he will sail past here.
Yeah, look how close Sam T is to Patuka. So he gets so close, but he isn't close enough.
Yeah,
Jibbok didn't get past Snookster, so Snookster got back past him somewhere.
Yeah, and turn 1 to sail past the DRS.
Yeah.
On to lap 26 now, about halfway through the race. You cannot call who is going to win this race, and this is what we wanted coming into this season. We knew how close it would be every single race, and it's definitely been a very, very eventful first 26 laps. There is more yellow flags in sector 1 and 2, and I believe it's just lap cars getting out of the way.
Sam T is fading a bit, Tom.
I think his tyres might be, I just have to say, dirty air tyres. It could be either of them or both, but he's just sticking with him. But Snookster is not making up that 2.4 second gap because he's going to have to constantly defend from Jibbok.
Yeah, obviously.
So as long as Sam T sticks with Patuka, it's okay for the minute.
This is for the net lead though, pretty much. So whoever, okay, H can't be the tyre, so it's not going to be a safety car. That would have mucked up all the drivers in race. Like that free lap. Oh, that's a crash from Lauco, so that could be a safety car.
If this is a safety car, it'll be absolute chaos.
Don't think it is, as it's not on the racing line, and it is.
Safety car, safety car. As my friend would say, it's a safety car.
Yes, so as our good old friend Bavessa would be shouting
chaos. Now the medium runners, this is going to benefit them massively. Langfield, Hulkenberger, where will they actually come out?
Snook!
No.
Oh no. Yes.
Snook, that is so disappointing for
if you go on penalties
there. So it looked like we could close up the gap too.
I'm gonna check what the leaders go on. I will check what the leaders go on for you. The hard. Oh, they could have gone on the softs. And tyre saved. Hulkenberg on the mediums. I think Hulkenberg has actually pit before.
Few drivers gone on softs.
Hulkenberg did pit, so Hulkenberg can take those mediums to the end. So there's a lot of drivers who could win this race. Like Hulkenberger.
I have to say, I don't think Snookster's in the battle anymore, unfortunately.
No, he could have maybe pit again, get on a new fresh set of mediums, so could Sam, but obviously another safety car. We could have a bit of a chill again. Chat, you can put some more stuff in the chat about how you think me and Tom are doing, what me and Tom can improve on in comms, and what you think how the race is doing, please. So,
well, it will be Patuka getting the safety car back underway in a few laps' time. It will be out for quite a few laps because there is B-Boy Worms coming out the pits now. But Patuka away. Sam T, you have to say, fantastic race so far. We ruled him out almost. We were like, no, he can't do it, I think it's like a 2-second gap to the DRS, but he's proved us wrong, got himself, and is now back. And although he is on older tyres, he is back then for that, race win with Patuka now, but Snookster will probably serve it in the first lap of racing that drive-through.
Yeah, obviously.
Apart from that, bar Dimsky, there's been no penalties.
Obviously, it's definitely going to just be down to whoever's leading off the track. So look, obviously, Jibbuck's probably got obviously that fresh tyres. It's probably going to put him well. But Langfeld jumped trap. That's big.
Quite a few drivers have jumped trap formula.
Trap, I think, has bottled a podium here. I think, like that.
Oh.
See, we can't say that, but it looks like it.
It is. It's too early to call whether he's fully, lost it, but it's not his fault. He got held up in the pits, so there's nothing really Trap Formula could do about that. But he will be determined to get through the grid, and he's more than capable of doing it. He's just got to focus now.
Safety car will be coming in next lap.
Next, could be a late call.
Yeah, obviously there's been super late calls, but then if a green flag, Snick's just gonna have to just hang back from Sam a bit, because he would have to serve it instantly.
Yeah, that'd be the best option. I think this could possibly be a really late call. It is a late call. Safety car in this lap. So, we saw Snookster go really early.
Oh, Snookster didn't get the safety car thing that popped up.
Oh,
so sad. Oh, that's unlucky for Snook. Snook did not know there was a safety car.
Will Patuka go now though?
Yeah,
Snook went about here last time, and he goes in a similar place to where Snook went, and Key gets a 5-second penalty.
You'll get that the move.
Collision with Dimsky. Snook chosen not to pit there, but he will pit next lap. But will he get a nice one on something? No. But he's got to defend from Key. Key's going to try and have it on the outside here. He's still going with Snook. No, he backs out of that one. Headshot ahead of Dimsky, but no! Massive wobble off the exit for headshot. And Dimsky now down the inside. More wheel banging between the two of them, the Ferrari and the Racing Point coming together, but headshot staying ahead. Trap Formula not able to move up any places off the line, but two Ferraris now battling, going into sector 2, side by side. Early break for Langfeld. He's going to try and do a switch back. No. Done well by Dimsky, but headshot running really, really wide over the curb. And it's still going at it now. And you can see that
Leslie lost 2 plates. Leslie's gone low. Oh, I thought he went down there. He came back on track on Funner Hulkenberg dangerously. So maybe he's...
This is really hotting up now with 27 laps to go.
Snook has to just pit this lap.
Already coming this lap?
Yeah, he does.
Yes, he is.
Gets it done.
Second gap now though to Sam T for Patuka, and I think there's a second between Sam. Yeah, a second between Sam and Kieran. So they're going to have to
going for it on Langfeld and his own teammate are going at it. Langfeld round the outside. Good move from Langfeld there.
Since the safety car restart.
Gets it back, Dimsky.
Go down the inside, I'm to cut the corner, but Langfeld just no, sorry, it was Langfeld going down inside. Dimsky just had better traction, but the two Ferraris, they're not giving each other much space to work with.
No, it's like Charles Leclerc and Vettel in 2019. Right, but they're not getting, they're just not following team orders. Maybe Langfeld told him move out. Like, I can't do a Norwegian accent, but just maybe told him to move out the way. He didn't move out the way.
They are ignoring the multi-21.
Multi-21, Seb.
Jibbuck with nearly a full tank of ERS.
Look at that! Look at the gap Patuka has.
It is.
Patuka cannot bottle this now. Patuka physically cannot bottle this.
He's got no ERS though.
Oh, has he got none? He's got no face.
He's really lacking with that ERS. But with DRS active now, I'm expecting to see Jibbuck really close that gap to Key, who I don't think will gain DRS unless he has a few corners there. He does have a great few corners, Key. Whether he does have DRS. Fantastic from Key to gain that DRS, but this does Sam T no good. If he battles with Key, Patuka could easily sail off into the distance. So it is Patuka's to lose at the minute on lap 32.
Yeah,
we've seen absolute chaos. Snooks will be up here battling right now, got a drive through. Trap Formula, one of the favourites come into it, qualified 3rd, currently down in 7th due to getting held up in the pits. Langfeld up 10 places, Santi up 8 places after qualifying 10th, so a lot of position changes. The big losses are Headshot and Snookster down 14 and 13. 3 DNF so far, Valco, HB and Kolsnick went out lap 1 with a massive collision which I'm sure we looked at after. But Jibbuck closing that gap up to Key. 4 tenths now, but using no ERS, he's got about 65% ERS there, so looking strong Jibbuck at the minute. But as they close up to Sam T, this means Batuka can just, if he, he'll realise he's a lot of back then, and yeah, he's using the ERS, so he's breaking away quite happily here, sailing off into this. Trap Formula picking up a 3-second time penalty, so that'll do him no good at all. Trap Formula, but the Jibbuck, the Williams of Jibbuck, is going to work here on Key and Sam T with lots of ERS to play with as well, so whether we see any moves done into turn 1 will definitely be interesting.
Yeah, definitely. So Key, I think they need to work together. I think to try catch back up to Patuka. At the moment, Key obviously will probably get that 5 removed, Dembski will get his 5 removed, so it would look like Key would be P2 or P3 on the road. Definitely.
He's just got to focus now and ignore the penalty he has. Make sure he doesn't get any for exceeding track limit.
But Carter gets past Miller there. He looks.
Oh, and there's a massive lock up for Jibbuck. But sailing on. I mean,
the voice crack there, Tom.
It's just excitement because this race has offered everything so far. And another one, and Key close up to Sam T. Gap is now about 3 tenths. So. Still nothing to split these drivers, but this does Patuka. He's absolutely loving life at the top there.
He could have a Sunday. He could be becoming Mahavir the Guinnathan at the moment and still win.
I mean, it would be interesting to see Mahavir try and race against these. Trap closing up to Langfell, and no way he goes for air. It would be so. Oh, he has gone for it on Langfell. Lock up on the front right. Going down the final corner now, down the main straight. He's got DRS on Langfell and ERS. So does Langfell. They're still going at it. Trap trying to keep his tyre in there, but lacking ERS. But Langfell was on a hard tyre, so Trap on the softer compound. Will he go for it down the inside? He definitely will. Breaking it in Langfell. Daniel Cardo-esque move there for Trap Formula if he gets it done. Langfell sticking with him though. Trap gives him plenty of space, but he picks up a 3-second time penalty there. Trap Formula now down the inside of Langfell. Is still nothing split between the two of them. Haas and Ferrari drivers still going at it, and it seems like Langfell just dropping off there, but fantastic sequence of corners there for the two drivers.
Definitely, and a very nice battle there between them, but Patuka's still gapping, so at the moment Patuka, just calm down there, have a drink, maybe go downstairs, go in AI for a little bit, get some food, get some get some water. Stay yourself hydrated.
Now 3 seconds. So while Key may actually go for a move here on Sam T, it depends what Key's intentions are, whether he's just happy. But a little wobble off the exit curve there, struggling for traction a little bit on the mediums, but he's just happy to sit behind Sam T. But he's going to have to watch out for Jibbuck, because whether Jibbuck wants to get past now, he is having a little look, but decides against it way too far back for Jibbuck there.
Yeah, but obviously we can. Obviously, I'm going to watch a bit at the back. Oh, B-Boy Worm goes for a move, it doesn't get it done. So obviously the back, like even the midfield, like the top 3, the top 2nd to 3rd, 4th and 5th, kind of set it into the deal. But Jibbuck going for it down, ooh, backs out this time. But Snookster definitely not out this later for the safety car.
Hyper's underfueled his car. I've just noticed this. The Hash driver, it has underfueled his car.
It's
as we see, I think that's Jay Carty and Jay Carty and Langfell, but backing out of that. But Bauer's just in the background as well. Bauer's up 10 places off 19th as HB leaves, but he's already DNF, so shouldn't matter. Jibbuck closing up to Key, but still, without using DRS, but Jay Carty will go past Langfell here.
Yeah.
Jay Carty on the soft. He's going to have to make them last, but he's past Langfell, who is on the hard. So you'd expect that move to be done. So it's good that the Mercedes driver has got it done there, but Sam T, like I was saying, has got a massive train behind him now. 3 seconds to Patuka.
Patuka looks like he's won this race, but the tyres maybe are fading off a little bit.
I think it might be Sam T's tyres actually. That's a good shout. Sam T's tyres may be aging here.
Yeah.
Still nothing split the drivers though. It's Jibbuck, Key, Sam T, Dimsky, Trap, and I fully expect Jay Carty to catch up very soon as well to this train. I mean, Hulkenberg picking up 3 second. He's down in 15th. So
Jibok will probably want to get back past Key for that podium. Obviously, we will be doing interviews today as it's the actual race instead of pre-season. So we will get to see what the drivers think at the end of this race. But he gets it maybe down the inside.
Jibok going on Key. Oh my, I didn't see it until the last second, but Jibok really sent it on Key there from far back. Key defending really well, but you know, it was definitely optimistic. That just proves Jibok's intentions.
B-Boy Worm switch back on Mule, coming into turn 3 and he gets it done, maybe. Yeah, he gets it done. Nice move from Mr. B-Boy Worm there.
Great move for B-Boy, but 3.1 the gap is to Batsuka. 3.2, the gap only increases here. So, like we're saying, I think if he just manages to keep a few clean laps here, no penalties, it's in his hands. It is in his hands, and the battle now for, you know, well, any step of the podium is still very alive for a lot of drivers here. He might get it done on track due to penalties. He will drop back, but he could quite easily get that 5 second removed.
Yeah,
if it wasn't his fault.
So that gets past Demske. The hearts might be fading now.
How old are those hard tyres? They're 10 laps
19.
old. 19, sorry, for Demske. 19. So yeah, definitely probably fading. Santis and Keys are both 19 laps as well.
I don't know why Langfeld pit onto the hard. He should have gotten softs, because the softs would have maybe gone if they just saved.
Two drivers chose to go on softs, and they have got past him.
Obviously, Snook's out this race at the moment, so Snook's just gonna have to play his teammate, and Bowers gets points, which he's gonna get.
Yeah, Bowers is very good during the race, very consistent form of Bowers. So it's good to see that he has moved up a lot during this race, 11 places.
Yeah, obviously.
Sitting 8th, that's qualifying 9th, but
the tire should go to
qualifying 19th.
Yeah, tire should go to the end for the softs. Or another 17 laps to 17. That's 28 laps. That's fine. Just 5 more.
There is a McLaren Haas battling there. It is Mue, Hyper and Mayoma going at it. This P11, it seemed like Hyper had a little run at Mayoma, but he didn't get to move done. Oh, Moe and Mayoma is the two McLarens with similar names, but Jibok and Key really close to each other under that DRS, so Key having to defend. I mean, Jibok has that tyre advantage with the fresher mediums.
By 4 laps.
I think it's only a matter of time until Jibok gets past Key here and perhaps starts attacking Sam T.
Definitely. Sam definitely not looking as quick as his foes right now. So Key maybe wants to get past Sam, and then Jibok gets past Key and Sam. At the moment, we don't know what's going to happen. But yeah, Jibok on board with him.
Jibok is going to go for it. Round the outside of Key.
Oh, has he got
Key
it?
defending the inside. Later breaker is Key. Fantastic.
Whoa! Jibok should have backed out there.
Massive contact. Key nearly round. Oh my word. And this gives Trap Formula a great run on Jibok. Will bang in between the Haas and the Williams. Trap Formula will have another run at Jibok here under DRS. I mean, there was massive contact that gives Sam T a nice catch. Key now though. Trap Formula, will he break later than Jibok? No, decides to back out of it. They're having a better run through the left-hander. Will he go for it in someone? The question is still there. He's also on the field his car, Trap Formula. But massive contact there between Key and Jibok, which may be crucial during the race. So Santi couldn't quite bridge the gap though, so the gap now 4 seconds to Tuka. Jibok sticking really close to Key. This battle still ongoing. Trap Formula now is part of it as well though.
Bolt's like it says, go Hyper, you can do it. So Hyper's definitely got... So, oh, there's another safety car! Snook is back in this race. And Key can serve his pen. And Sauce can go. So, this is gonna be... Tuka.
Why is there a safety car?
We don't know. Is it an actual safety car? I don't see the safety car.
It's a full safety car.
I don't see the car.
Mean,
they're bombing it.
Definitely bombing it.
Oh no, the safety car there. So the safety car is there.
Oh, it is there. Yeah, it looked like a Renault, but I mean,
who dropped positions?
I'm not sure why there's a full safety car.
No one dropped positions. But look at that, Snook's back in this race now.
He's got to get past a lot of drivers though if he is in this race.
Look at that, all double up fucking serve them now.
Down all pitted for fresh softs. Bahrain.
Let's check if anyone had to get a wing change.
Patuka's in the pits.
I think everyone's gonna pit.
Santi in the pits. Oh no, Santi's dummied it.
People have to pit. They have to.
Santi hasn't pit. Santi and Key haven't pit.
That's gonna ruin their chance at the win. That might not get them the win. Key should have pit. Key should have just pit. Key should have just pit. Get that penalty served. Softs can go. It's 24 laps. Oh, Hyper got brake tested. That's why there's a safety car. That's what Bolt told me.
Well, I mean, if that caused a full-on safety car, I'm not quite sure, but it seems like now this is, you know, anyone's race to win. Jibbuck, Key, Trap, you know, not a lot of the front runners pit. And you can just see, you know, their tyres are really, really aging. The mediums are of something Key 23 laps old.
Yeah.
The hards of Dimsky 23 laps old. Trap on 20 lap old mediums and Jibbuck on 19 lap old mediums. So I'm looking at Patuka here. A really nice gap to Sam T for the race win perhaps.
Definitely. So obviously that's not going to be good now as Patuka's now behind, but we'll see if Sam T pits. He must, because those softs can go. Key should just pit. Key doesn't pit. I don't know why. Softs can go.
Yeah, no, I'm not quite sure why they haven't pit. They feel confident on tyres. They are out at the minute. Perhaps they're thinking more about track position. There must be, but those laps are sorry, not those laps. Those tyres are really going to be absolutely falling off the face of a cliff come the end of the race. So that gives like for Patuka such an advantage. I mean, Bowers from 19th on the grid, 8th, fresh softs as well.
Well, that looks like P2 there, definitely. Obviously, that could be that podium position that the Renault driver needs for the constructors and the drivers. Snookster obviously can still gain positions. We know Snookster's a quick driver, he can do some big boy sends as we know. But at the moment, we can just chill, chat if you have any queries or any like improvements that you want as a comment for me and Tom. Obviously don't, and safety car is in. So tell us in chat. But Sam T, it's a different leader. It's a 4th different leader. Or 5th.
It's 3rd. No, you are right. No, Sam T.
Because Trap led 5th different leader of this race. It's not many. There's been a lot more. Alex, shut up.
Sam T, we've seen a few drivers now go really early.
Sam goes very early.
Is one of them.
Let's see if Patuka gets past, or Bowers gets past Patuka, but Patuka's going for it on.
Key. I don't know. No, Jibbuck has backed out of it. He had a nice one on Key though.
Patuka on J Carty, get it done.
Great move for Patuka, who is now going to work his way. But he picks up a 3-second penalty, going over the curb there.
Patuka might not win this now. Sam T might be the winner of the Bahrain Short GP. He gets the dummy done. Come on, Patuka might. I almost said come on, but that's being biased. I cannot be biased. But he goes down the inside. He's got it done.
What a move for Patuka.
What a move! I've got to stop because I have a lump in my throat. Muddy Walker quote.
So far back and down the inside.
Is Trap gonna hold them up though?
I mean, Patuka, he could actually pull 3 seconds. I wonder. That is the question. I mean, if he gets out ahead, he will have to. He's gonna have such a nice one on Trap though, Patuka. He's cutting his way through the grid already. Trap just trying to keep him behind. Going into turn 1, I'm not sure how.
Is Trap gonna do a Mazepin? Oh, he's not close enough, Patuka. But he goes for it, very double!
Wide!
Double! A double move by Patuka!
What a move!
Oh, what a move!
What a driver! What a move! He's passed Jibbuck and Trap Formula.
I think Patuka might have had a little bit of a bit of brown stuff coming out his pants maybe there.
What a move for Patuka.
Key might have to hold him up here. Key could hold him up for Sam T to win this Grand Prix.
I don't think he'd want to though.
This is like the proper Grand Prix here. Like, Sam T is Lewis Hamilton and Patuka is Max Verstappen.
No, when the DRS comes into play, Patuka's going to sail past, and then he's going to most likely break it. And then let's go, massive lock up, nearly going into the back of Key there. Oh, that
if he
was
goes
very
into the
close
back
for
of Key,
Patuka.
his race is over. But Snooker hasn't got past anyone yet.
DRS enabled. Here we go. As it is, Samty trying to break the slip. Patuka's too far back to go for a move here, but you know, we just see how much later he can break because the amount of grip those fresh softs are offering.
Wang fell up to 7th.
He will get DRS.
Wang fell up to 6th. What a move up on his teammate there. What a move. Now look at the Key. He's gonna go for trap as well. Go for up the
Key. What a move for Patuka. He's done that twice now. And he's up into 2nd, so he's now on the back of Sam T. So he's got 10 laps to go. He's got to pull a 3-second gap to Sam T for the race to win. He's got to first get past him and then pull that 3-second gap on fresh softs. Sam T's tyres are really, really falling off now. I mean, Bowers have dropped back quite a lot. I wonder whether he was involved in a bit of contact, something. But Murat and Jay Carty both having a battle. It is Patuka closing up, but he's got no ERS. Patuka has really been pushing. We're getting move done here on Sam T. Dimsky lining up track formula too far back there. It's Jay Carty. No, it's Murat going down into the inside. Jay Carty getting move done. There's a Renner going really far wide, and back from there it's Bowers going really far wide. Red Bull of Hulkenberg getting pushed off track a little bit there. I think he's got damage. He's still battling.
Yeah, Bowers has got damage.
Bowers with damage, so that's his race over after saying, he's done such a good race. Patuka and Sam T though, they got very close up there. But Patuka putting those soft tyres to work here, and he might get it done. Whether he chooses to get it done here or on the DRS, either will work for the race point driver. Seems like get it done into turn 1 of lap 49 with 9 laps to go. It will be
pushing Sam to the corners now.
Here we go. Sam T defended as much as he can, but I think he's just too far back.
Wang fell up to 5th.
Never mind.
Not to 4.
Never mind, he will send it. Patuka really sending it. Lock up on the front right. Sam T sticking that car in there, giving him space, Patuka, but he is ahead. So Patuka now winning this race on track, but with penalties, still is not leading. So Mermaid picking up a 3-second as well. So it's now got to pull a 3-second gap to Sam T. But the drivers will have DRS, so this can be really hard to do. And Patuka has no ERS. It's going to be a hard challenge, but if he's up for it, as we see Murat getting past Dimsky there, so into 8th place. B-Boy Worm up 8 places into 6th as well. Langfeld up 12 into 4th, so he's back then with Key at the minute.
Langfeld should get past, he's only got 1, I think.
Yeah, he's got that 3-second. He's on fresh soft, so he might get past it. Might get past Key with the better grip. It's definitely going to be interesting. Gap closing. I think he will. Yeah, he's far back, but he will go for it on Key. So Key is going to have to defend now. He's trying to keep that inside line, but a great move for Langfeld. Giving Key plenty of space there. So really nice, clean move. The DRS has now been broken for Sam T and Langfeld. And when Langfeld battles Sam T now, as there's yellow flags, and that is a hash driver. Trap formula.
Trap formula. As I'm on Trap Formula's Ford watch, we might need to put someone on my Ford watch. Trap said earlier, and I quote, I should be winning and should have a podium. And he didn't deliver.
I've not a clue what happened there for Trap Formula. He's driving a nice race as well. If he didn't get out up on the pits, it's going to be a completely different story for him.
At this moment, if Langfeld gets past Sam, we might see Langfeld catch. I feel like Langfeld has that pace. Langfeld does have very good pace.
Whoa! Oh my!
Was that
close? Very, very close there.
He's gone very deep though.
So deep there. Traps the tires into the pits.
Trap on Ford. Hashtag trap on Ford watch.
Langfeld now that 3-second gap looks very, very probable for Patuka. But it will be Langfeld trying to stick around the outside of Sam T. It's going to be really hard and a lot to ask for. But he's got the move done. Fantastic move. I haven't seen many drivers try round the outside there, but...
Now the goal for Langfeld is to catch up to Patuka. Well. That's the goal for Langfeld now.
Yeah, I think Patuka actually... But a little wobble off the exit curb there for Sam T. I think his tyres are really, really struggling. He doesn't have any penalties though, so he's looking okay for that second place at the minute, but he's got to just make sure he sticks in that DRS range. Patuka will most likely have this race win though, I'm pretty sure, unless there's a massive mistake on his own terms there. Looking good. Moat, is he going to go for a B-Boy Worm? He's trying to go on the outside of B-Boy Worm.
He does.
He's going to have the inside line of next. Oh, fantastic move. What a move from Moat. Up into 6th place.
And now up the inside of Jibbuck!
No way. Oh, he's got it done. He's
forced him off a little bit
there, though.
He forced him off a little bit there.
Nice move from up into 5th, but he's going to have to defend for B-Boy Worm.
Langfeld isn't catching. Langfeld isn't catching him. So at the moment, Sam T will be on the podium in P2, and Patuka will win, and I think B-Boy Worm will be 3rd. But Key will probably get this pin the move, so it will be Key on 3rd.
Yeah, unless Key gets a extended track limits, this is a good race for him. But his strategy, while it has worked to get him a potential podium, I'm just wondering if he'd gone on the softs, could he have battled Patuka for the win? It's a question that, you know, if he does get, we can ask him after what the strategy was. But Sam T just trying to stick within that DRS range of Langfeld. 4 laps to go. Patuka looking good. Hyper getting past Jibbuck as well. So the Hash driver, but Jibbuck is really pushing it around the outside, but with the inside line, the Hash driver looking really strong. The Hyper, he's got the move done. Nice move for Euro Hyper. Up into 8th place, so with no penalties as well. That is a nice move. Key SF1 under a bit of attack here from Moe. B-Boy Worm also closing the gap there massively. But Key SF1 still keeping that place. But 4 laps to go. I think we can call Patuka the potential winner, I'd say. But for the podium, anything can happen. There's yellow flags. I'm not sure for who. Headshot.
Snooks is outside the points again. But you'll get back into the pens.
Battle hard. With penalties though. He's got his teammate right behind him though. Is his teammate pit for damage? Yeah, he has. No, he's still got end plate damage. The Bowers has still got damage. Looking further back up the grid, it is Moe and KSF1 going side by side into turn 1. Moe with the inside line, bit of contact there with KSF1, and he's still going at it, going to turn 2, and Moe ahead. KSF1 though will not be happy because he's done, but he's battling B-Boy Worm all the way here. B-Boy Worm past as well, those yellow flags as headshot retires from pits, but
That's getting a bit angry because I said he was on fraud watch.
Getting the move done. Moe now battling
59.4, that's good lap for him, but he's not in the point, so Norm will get that point.
That's KSF1, what happened there? And it's Hyper, there's massive contact between Hyper and Roberto Mancini as the Mercedes still ahead of Hyper, as Hyper will look at him. Roberto Mancini may look at Key now, always looked up but stays behind Key, who's dropping back quite a lot. B-Boy Worm could get a P4, potentially a P3 here. He could actually, if he gets past Sam, that would be something. As it's Moe trying to go around the outside of Sam T on that 55.
Yeah,
he's got fantastic move.
This obviously won't be the podium, so because of penalties.
I mean, it's close at the minute, but it is going to be B-Boy Worm and Sam T. B-Boy Worm using that tyre advantage, sticking on the outside, going to the left-hander. He's going to have that outside line. He's going to have to use the curb. Potentially a warning there, B-Boy, but Sam T staying ahead. There's 3 2 and a bit laps now left to go. Tuka, I think we could call him the race winner. But this battle for, I think actually Langfeld will get second here. Langfeld will get second, so Sam T will be battling B-Boy Worm for this P3.
Yeah, obviously, but we don't know what's going to happen. He's losing time, so it's going to be B-Boy Worm probably on 3rd. So that's going to be strong for him.
We have seen this battle for quite a few laps now, but Roberto Mancini and KSF1.
Yeah, got past Key there.
Mancini sending it down the inside quite deep there. Keep trying to do a switch back, but there's massive contact behind, and Jibak is in a sandwich there, KSF1. So he's down back in 9th now, as he gets passed by Hyper as well. He got tapped from the rear as he tried to do a switch back. So he's down in 9th, so he will not be happy at all. The AlphaTauri driver,
No.
Sam T, still ahead of B-Boy1 though, as he got a lap and a bit still left to race him. Oh, this is going to be close. This is going to be really close. It'll go down to the last lap for this final step of the podium.
Yeah, definitely. So at the moment it looks like, obviously, Langfeld's P3, no P2, Patuka's won this race. Unless he obviously has a Spinella. But it doesn't look like it.
It seems like B-Boy Worm, he won a DRS, he doesn't have much ERS, so how much ERS does Sam T have? They have identical ERS. Sam T breaking that slipstream. He's going to have to do it now, possibly B-Boy Worm, he will do
This
it
is
now.
the last lap of the race.
He's going to do the switchback, he can do the switchback on Sam T, here we go. But B-Boy Worm, he's got it inside, he got the corner, he's done the move. Fantastic overtake. Yellow flags though, who is that? I believe it is.
Jikari just letting him by, so he doesn't want to do that final lap. So B-Boy Worm at the moment looks like he's 3rd.
It is going to be B-Boy Worm probably for 3rd, as Moe can pull 8/10, but I think that is not going to happen. So it probably will be B-Boy Worm if he can just hook up this final last sector. If it is, fantastic race for B-Boy Worm. Sam T, who drove such a nice race, you know, he come back from the brink without a DRS, but the tyre strategy there, he stayed out and it hasn't paid off for him.
Yeah.
Will be
Patuka.
a win for Patuka in the opening round.
Langfeld in P2.
Langfeld in 2nd, and B-Boy were making up the podium.
And Humbert
What a
Mancini's
race.
5th. Obviously, Snookster 9th, but Key will get that back, so Snookster will be P10. Snookster didn't have a good race.
What a race that was, the commentator.
Langfeld driver of the day.
picking up driver of the day. I mean, he drove such a nice race. I think went a bit under the radar actually, because he pulled that gap, and you know, to come from where he did, so impressive. Patuka winning the race though in the opening round of Bahrain, Chor and F9. I mean, with that race, got plenty to look forward to with the 9 races left.
Yeah, obviously. Obviously, this will be the last one on their front. There's Omar. I don't ask his surname. But yeah,
Do you just want to do the provisional classification?
we'll skip the champagne now. And the provisional race results coming into the company, obviously. Me Stipido. Me coming into the race, it will be obviously when. Then Langfeld, then Mr. B-Boy 1, then Sam T, then Humberto Mancini, then Mule, then Hyper, then Jibbuck, then Snookster, then Ballard, Key, will probably get that pen removed, then Mailmore, then Dimsky, then Hulkenberger, then it was Carty, then it was Lessie, and then the DNFs were Trap, Valkyo, HB, and Kolsnik. So now we have interviews, and you can help me add them to the chat. That would be lovely. I think I have B-Boy Worm on my friends list. I can't look at my friends list, and it is, or is it just me? Oh my god, this is great. But you might not be able to do interviews. Which is a bit sad, but sadly PS servers went down after the race, so we can't invite people, but it has been a great race to watch and commentate over, and obviously I'm going to check what tracks next week. Another
It's Singapore.
So Singapore, Obviously, Track will probably want to bounce back after that devastating race from him there for him. Obviously, he'll be kicking himself after probably wanting a podium for himself there. Obviously, Snookster will want to bounce back. A lot of people want to bounce back, but from me and Tom and everyone else in the PSGL community and the F9 division, we will see you next week, Sunday at 7 PM UK, at Singapore for round 2. See you next week, and goodbye.